Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, August 15th, 2025. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the senior minister here at the Sunshine Cathedral. With me today is my husband, Bishop Robert Griffin, and joining us is Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about us. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There's no other progressive queer religious panel discussion show like this in the whole world. You can support this program by liking and sharing it.
In 2025, we are celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We produced the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride, and we will produce Pride Fed Diversity Pride in August, and Pride Fort Lauderdale next February.
We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral Perspective. This gay Presbyterian minister is shaking things up in Taiwan. Reverend Elias Tseng, a Presbyterian, is Taiwan's first openly gay ordained minister. His journey marks a milestone in the ongoing dialogue between faith and communities and LGBTQ+ rights, particularly within an East Asian context. Tseng's public embrace of his identity while serving in ministry has provided a powerful beacon of hope and affirmation for LGBTQ+ individuals in Taiwan and beyond, challenging deeply ingrained societal and religious norms. His ministry is characterized by a profound commitment to inclusive theology, advocating for a Christianity that celebrates diversity and champions the inherent worth of all people. Reverend Tseng's courage in breaking barriers has not only paved the way for greater acceptance within religious institutions, but has also contributed significantly to broader LGBTQ+ visibility and rights movements in Taiwan, making him a transformative figure. I love this for so many reasons. First of all, Taiwan is a difficult place. It's the Republic of China, and it was the China that insurrection and the Maoist troops took over, and so they were able to hold on to this island. It's sort of the Chinese government in exile. And they were the ones recognized by the United Nations for a long time. And then they weren't because the People's Republic had all the land, they had all the power, they had the big military. And so finally, I guess it just made sense that, they're who we have to deal with. And so this is a small island of, I forget how many hundreds of thousands of people. I don't think it's in the millions. Certainly not, close to a billion like India and China. So it's a small, but still somehow independent, still holding its own, not even recognized by the United Nations. And so it's a difficult place. And so in this difficult place, you'd think that they'd be really on lockdown, not really wanting any kind of change or variety because they're trying to hold it all together. You would think. And yet, no. Here's this guy who's like, oh, I'm gay and I'm Protestant and I'm just going to be open about it, and making this place, which is making it then safer and more welcoming for other people like him. It's a courageous thing to do, but it's going to help people, and it shows that within Taiwan there must be some level of tolerance for that sort of thing. I don't remember hearing anything about him being threatened or running afoul of the law or whatever. So I'm always encouraged when people in places that you wouldn't necessarily expect come out, because that's making it, as long as they're not immediately crushed by the government, it's going to make it safer and easier for other people. Now, I realize there's places like Uganda and Nigeria and Pakistan and Malaysia. There are places where it's super unsafe. People do it anyway because they're very courageous, but they're risking their lives or freedom. And so I'm always happy where there's still some risk involved, but people take it, and we don't have to worry that they're going to be disappeared for it or killed for it. And so he's going to give a lot of hope and a lot of encouragement to people. And if that helps like a movement rise up of, say, queer Presbyterians or queer Protestants or a whole new Taiwanese church, hooray, hooray. But so God bless him and his ministry. He's done a good thing in Taiwan, and hopefully that'll spread. We need it to spread. We wherever there's a little progressive pocket of goodness and love and liberation, we need that to spread. And so I hope that happens in and beyond Taiwan.
You know, when rereading the story again and thinking about this situation, the verse that comes to mind is, for such a time as this. I mean, here's this guy who has been kind of there, quietly advocating until such time that his voice can be heard, not only just in Taiwan, but also reaching us here in America, about his work, his passion for ministry, and being the one who rises up and says, you know what, let's shake this thing up a little bit more, and let's see what we can find here. But I think just just thinking about his commitment to justice, and those difficult places like that, and his commitment to being the voice for the LGBT community right now, that's major. That's major.
Yeah. Here we are, a quarter of the way through the 21st century, and we still have people who are way showers, who are showing the world that there's a better way of doing things. There's a better way of understanding our faith walk. And thank you to Reverend Tseng for everything that he's doing. And even though it may be safe for him, I can bet that there's still some resistance in Taiwan because, as Bishop said, you're kind of putting Taiwan on the front page. And when China, mainland China, starts paying attention to stuff like that, it may be a problem. So kudos and great work.
He said his ministry is characterized, I read this in the opening, his ministry is characterized by a profound commitment to inclusive theology, advocating for a Christianity that celebrates diversity and champions the inherent worth of all people. Isn't that Christianity?
Yeah.
Not the way it's practiced, not the way it's promoted, it's not the Christianity of the Falwells and the Robertsons and that. But if we were to listen to the Sermon on the Mount, if we were to listen to the Golden Rule, if we were to listen to the love ethic, if we were to observe the fruits of the Spirit, if we were just those things, ain't this the message?
Yeah.
Isn't that what it should be? So that this is radical is sad to me because this should be the witness. They'll know you are my disciples because of your love. You have love for each other. This should be what you think of when you hear the word Jesus or Christian or church. And sadly, it's just not. So if nothing else, thank you, Reverend Tseng, for reminding us what a Christian looks like.
Yeah.
Indeed.
And that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, I invite you again to like and share this episode on your social media. And I also welcome you to find Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram.
You can also like our bishop pages on Facebook. My page is Bishop Robert Griffin, D-Min, and Darrell's is Bishop Darrell Watkins, D-Min. We're also on TikTok. Remember to visit sunshinecathedral.org frequently. There you will find Bishop Talk, where Bishop Darrell and I interview queer religious leaders from around the world, activists and scholars. We've also had a weekly lectionary discussion that you can find on the website and on the other socials.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and to discuss what our LGBTQ community is talking about. Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that we are all in this together, and also remember you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.